back to another episode. It is hunting season. Well, it opened up yesterday, but you know, we're hunting the following day. Mario, Papa Leroy, and Monica, they went out yesterday scouting for some nice bucks, and they found a couple. So hopefully today we'll be able to find at least one. That'd be nice. Morning.
What's going on, Doc? Oh, my camera. Morning. Saw some deer. I'm gonna go chase some deer today.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see them again. And they stick around for the stock. That's about it.
Let's go get them.
Let's go get them.
Yeah. Hey Mario, we're gonna put you on the 2x1.
I'll take them.
2x1.
We saw another 2x1 yesterday.
We'll just fill them up. Fill the
Monica.
Hi, how are you? We do a lot of road hunting, spot and stalking, a lot of glassing. We're going from place to place. There's a deer moving in the morning, and then in the evening time, you're trying to cover some areas that are like corridors or places that they you know, game trails. Like people use game or trail cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use anything along those lines, but it is a good idea. Now you just go super slower in here. There'll be other hunters around.
Okay.
But you can find different spots that are traditional crossing areas. The herd being lower than what it was, we want to be selective. But I saw a decent shooter yesterday that I held off on in anticipation of today.
I'm with Monica, Mario's with Leroy, working. How far apart are we gonna be? Like what?
Oh, we're at least 10 miles apart.
Monica, you saw one yesterday that
Is a decent shooter, like what we call a first tagger, because we get big forkhorns on base. This was not a huge forkhorn, but a good first tagger. We'd like to get Martin on one and see what we can find. It's a lower herd year. There's not as many quality bucks, so we're being a little bit more selective. Sometimes if we see a weird horn one or kind of an off one, that's not a bad one to take out of the herd. But this was a decent buck, and he had 6 does with him, and no other bucks. Normally they're in a bachelor group, but he was not feeling that. He was in a ladies group and seeming awfully happy about it. So let's go see if we can find him. Luckily we're not having a doe season to try and let the herd come back up, because part of what the hunting is on base is herd management. But it's also, to be honest, a recreational activity, so you want to not shoot out your herd. You want quality deer. So what we're working towards is letting the herd come back up. We've had a good rain year, and I think we're going to get another good rain year. So it's going to be, see, there's fresh tracks right there on the side of the road. And can you tell a buck track? I'll show you a buck track from a doe track. Usually there's dew claw marks. It's the 2 little hoof marks, and you'll see 2 little points behind it, and that's his dew claw, because he's a little bit heavier. Okay. And the doe is a little bit more rounded.
okay. I think I can't tell. I think that might be rounded.
Okay. A lot of does in there. A lot of bucks to wounded, not recovered, and that's through just, you know, everybody's got to learn, take their time. If you're hunting for any period of time, wounding and not recovering can and does happen. In my lifetime, I've had 4 significant woundings and not recoverings, but it's part of it, and you make every effort to retrieve it, but it doesn't always work out, and it's heartbreaking, and you have to make every effort to retrieve it. But we had a lot of woundings and a lot of shenanigans last year, which you'll have with anything. And what we always say about hunters is, or my dad was a game warden, and he said, educate before you incarcerate. Give you a chance. First time mistakes, you know, there's honest mistakes, and it's the letter of the law versus, you know, the intent of the law. And it's not always up to game warden. He was a volunteer game warden. You want to weed out the bad hunters, the ones that don't care, the ones that, there's a lot of people that do care, that do stupid things. A lot of it is inexperience. They don't know how to track wounded deer. You need to hold back when you hit one and just stay calm and see where it goes. Because I've recovered a lot of deer for other people, but it takes good, clean kill shot. You want to be the best hunter, best killer that you can be. It sounds harsh, but you want to be good at what you're doing. And that means being a really good, efficient hunter and a killer. And just like any predator. But it's this fascinating thing where we like a lot to get away. And sometimes we don't. Many times, we can fill our tags 20 times over, but we want a lot to get away, so we'll just let them go, and we voluntarily only fill 1 or 2 tags. You know, there was a time in years gone by where, in my family alone, we'd fill 6 tags, but in our group of friends and family, we'd fill, right in front of us. And you know what? There's great feed all around. What is it about that little strip they like?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I watched it licking the pavement last night. And I couldn't figure that out. She was feeding with a fawn and she kept licking the pavement, the road pavement.
Mm-hmm.
Must have been those ponko crumbs for my cat. What's your cat's name?
Mika.
Mika. Mika's a bad girl.
She's a savage. She's a street cat.
There's a lot of browse for them. When the does were having the babies, we had that really good seed head on top. And we had that weird late rain that brought up a lot of fillery, clover, things, you know, that are closer to the ground that were under the taller, more mature stuff. And that's such good protein and vitamin source for them when they're having their babies and as they're lactating. So far we're seeing really healthy looking deer. And you gotta watch your rear views too. Just see if, just take a moment. But like I said, they can move anywhere, and I had them crossing back and forth the length of this road as they're and they kept wanting to go to bed, but then they kept coming out, because when it's dry, what do you get off the side of the road? You get what we call a fog line or a drip line when it's kind of wet and foggy. All of the brush is wet and foggy, but this offers a little bit more greenery. It's supported by the water that runs off the side of the road or under the power lines. You get a drip line, so there's a little bit more newer, greener vegetation that they like to browse on. And the ice plant is an invasive introduced species, but it is a major food source, moisture source for deer. I've seen coyotes eating the flower tops, pigs definitely, and it's actually called like a Hottentot fig. It's actually edible, although they say don't eat too much because it has a laxative effect. I haven't tried it yet, but just the seed head or the flower top, when it dries a little bit, you break it open, it's like a fig, and it's a little bit sweet. But I haven't, I've tasted it, but I haven't eaten it per se. We always look to see, are there acorns on the trees? There was definitely enough rain to support an acorn crop, but I haven't gotten up close to see. Usually on South Vanderburg, there's a lot of better acorn crops. See that? That usually means it's a buck, because
The white.
yeah, how's this gonna be boring? It's one of those rabbit behind us.
I like it.
You can go from boring and wanting to close your eyes for 5 seconds to all out mayhem in no time. I've got more deer by taking a nap. Then you wake up because you're quiet, and relaxed, and everything kind of goes back to normal. There could have been part of that 6th group, and they could cross anywhere right along here. Last night there was more does. We didn't see him, but there was does feeding right in here.
So you think that doe might have been part of the group that was in there?
Somebody sighted a mountain lion yesterday. I can't remember where, but there are the game wardens were saying down at C5, the area above Halama Beach. It's on the base side. They're not seeing any deer. They're seeing mountain lions on the trail cams, but not any deer. That's not a good sign. The state doesn't allow for predator hunting for mountain lions, but their population is not lagging.
Do you think since that doe was going that way,
I think she was coming up and they go down in the evening time. And then they're coming back up the ridges to just, you know, they can bed anywhere, but they seem to like to cross into here. And then in the evening time, it's the reverse.
Anything special that's over here that they're gravitating toward?
Heavy cover. It's a big area, a lot of cover. But then the deers the neck ridge over go down to some bean fields and different areas down on the opposite side, so they never come all the way over this way. Those ones that they all went up the ridges, up the slopes in the morning, and then coming back down in the evening.
Coyote.
I want to go down there and shoot one.
You want to shoot a coyote?
Yeah, we can shoot coyotes. 'Cause they're hell on the deer population.
There's another one. Yeah, you can see him right there. He's walking toward us. There's another coyote just in front of him.
You want to watch him get closer? Watch this.
Oh, he's got the second one. Oh, yeah, the second one right behind him. Right, you see him?
Normally I don't screw around like this. I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah, both of them are like, what the hell? Hope he's going back. Hope turned back around. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He said, oh God, yeah. Oh, he's running. Oh, oh, he's running.
I think it works.
Oh, he's coming. Look at him. Oh, he slowed down. He's like, what the heck?
If you do it too much, it'll scare him. And he's like, oh, dinner.
I know. That was the dinner bell. That was funny and cool that he just started charling cows. He's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mickey Mouse, is that your Lucky Charm?
Mickey Mouse is the newest addition to the Lucky Charms. The bear has been here many years, as you can tell.
Okay.
Those are boar's teeth.
Boar's teeth?
On a dead,
These right there.
yeah, tusk cutters. We found one that had been hit by a car or something, and was partially decomposed. So I got the cutters, and then that's a little fork and run I found when I was little. So very much like totems or something, but our Lucky Charms. It's when you're hunting, you wonder if a lot of different things don't work. So it can't hurt to have some superstition. Like once hunting season starts, the only thing that you can clean on this vehicle is the windows for clarity for glassing. Other than that, you do not give this thing a bath until after deer season. She's got two babies, but her mother instinct is so strong that she would come looking to protect if she thought there was a fawn in distress. Right here is a deer trail. Sometimes blue jays and scrub jays, you keep seeing them dive down. There's a deer close by because they like to pick the ticks off of them. Do you smell that musky?
Yeah.
It smells like a deer. I was just marching too fast out there because I wanted to see what was below us. But a lot of times these deer hold super tight, and you can walk right up on one and he'll let you walk by. When you stop, they think, uh-oh, I've been spotted. A lot of times that's when they'll jump. So you can get, you know, a shot off on them. Fresh feeding smell right there, how they nip it off. And they pull it up because they're taking the flowers off, mostly the ones that are older. See? It's all feeding. It's all yellow bug. Get that in a minute. This is what they want. Yeah, hold on. See how that's a little bit sweet. They're edible. They said don't eat too many of them or you pay a price. Put your finger in that and taste it. It's a little bit sweet.
Oh yeah.
You get sweeter the drier it gets. And they don't get these, they bite these off. That's
I feel like it's something that I've had before.
It's a fruit.
I can't think of it.
Almost like a fruit. Remember the cactus family?
Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe those, those cactus fruit.
Yeah, oh yeah, like a cactus.
Something like that.
But I could see where if you ate too much of it. This is about right from where they were yesterday.
So what about Humping Brothers?
Yeah. The deers were. Mario was trying to shoot some rainbow deer.
Some pride deer. Yeah.
About
I don't know what they were doing.
Alright, so what happened with you guys today?
Well, we saw two nice. Well, Mario spotted them. There were two nice shooter bucks. Well, one of them is a nice shooter. The other one was a little young and smaller bodied. But we tried to. The things just didn't go right. We spotted them. They were like 30 yards away from us, and we couldn't really get out of the vehicle.
No, you parked badly, and poor Mario couldn't get out of the truck.
I parked him next to a bush, and he couldn't open the door. So that was my mistake. But they actually just walked away. But we saw them again later, the same two, and we were going to try to work in on them. But I think there was a white truck that drove down the road while we were out in the field and spooked them. Because by the time we got to where we could look at them again, they were gone. Yeah.
I had a hunter that we know that I respect, and he said he's so tired of that happening to him when he's stalking the deer. He said, I'm just going to park in the middle of the road and just to slow him down so that I can do the stalk and get the deer, you know. Because he said, I've been busted more times that way. I'm not advocating either way, but it is difficult when there's a certain amount of areas and a lot of hunters.
Unfortunately, we don't have these hunters. A lot of these hunters that come out to Vandenberg, they're not from around here. They're coming from different bases, and they just don't have a really good hunter etiquette. For the most part, most hunters that come out here do, but there's a few that just don't. That will drive through. They see you out of the vehicle, moving slowly, like you're going to stalk a deer, and they drive by full speed.
We had that happen last year with a really big buck. They pulled up, and my mom was watching as we were trying to stalk in on a really huge forked horn. And they just kept coming. She tried to tell him, could you hold off just a little bit? And they just kept coming and spooked him. But he got away clean and safe. I never did see him again. But and it's hard because I've busted hunts and I didn't mean to. You know, I never purposely bust up a hunt of anybody's. But you have limited access points. I try to assess where everybody is, but sometimes you screw it up.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you just hold still and let everybody else move, the deer come to you. But that didn't happen today.
Yeah. So.
But I think we ran into the same.
We struck out today, but that's okay. It's second day of the season, so we're good. We're gonna take our time. We don't shoot baby deers, so we always like to shoot the mature bucks. So we're gonna do our time. I'd rather eat a tag than shoot a baby.
No more milk on their lips if we can avoid it.
Exactly.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a fun second opening day of deer season. And until next time, we'll see you on the next episode.